So let's go ahead and move on to selling Tampa. Okay, y'all know what I need y'all to do though. Y'all, I gotta go to the gym today. I didn't go yesterday, so I gotta go today. So let's go ahead and get into selling Tampa. All right. So y'all know how I like to usually give y'all blow by blows and all of that. But I just went ahead and watched the whole season of selling Tampa, and it is fresh enough on my mind for me to just tell y'all about the main storylines that's going on. Okay. And hopefully later, either today or tomorrow, me and Jamie can come together for some more specifics. Okay. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay. So first of all, I want to apologize for saying that Sherelle is mini Evelyn Lozada. And I was going off of that because, first of all, I saw the little girl and the cute little boy that reminds me of Evelyn's little boy. Then her last name is Rosada. She is biracial, black mom, white dad. So her skin tone, facial features all come up like a bitch that could be Latina. Okay, just as Evelyn Lozada is, but that's not her makeup, that's not the language, but that's the look. To me, she's giving Nia Long in the face. It's a Nia Long Evelyn look that I'm getting from her. Like it's Nia Long with the freckles in the eyes, but it's Evelyn with a type of face. Okay, but either way, like I really wasn't feeling Sherelle until we got to the end of the season, and I was like, I like her. I like this type of thing on reality shows. You don't like what they do all the time, but you don't hate them either. You know what I'm saying? Because they have moments where they are being genuine, moments where they are sharing. Like this is a good head of a show. Sherelle is a, you're right, Evelyn Long Zada. Okay. Y'all so stupid. She is a good head of show. Like when we thinking about head of show, like you know, your Ninis and you know, your Giselles and child, your Kenyas, child, whoever you want to call, is like main characters on shows that lead the cast. Sherelle is really good because Sherelle is somebody who you cannot like in one moment and then sympathize or like in another moment. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really good versus people who you feel one way about consistently. I don't really be feeling that. The main person needs to be somebody that can, you know, give and take. So y'all see Sherelle 34. Sherelle owns this brokerage firm in Tampa called Allure, and these are all of her agents. Okay, she's only been owning it for 2 years, but she's been popping in the real estate scene for years now, which is one of the main reasons why I had to apologize to referring to her as, you know, a Lil Evelyn, because at the end of the day, aesthetically, that may be the look. But behind the aesthetics, that is not the look at all. To be very clear, Sherelle has been working for that bag this whole time. Her bag wasn't tied to it, okay? It just wasn't gonna be with no broke. But at the end of the day, Sherelle has been about that bag this entire time, to the point at 34 owning her own brokerage firm with 3 kids and about to have a fourth. She got a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 8-year-old, and now she's pregnant with the fourth with Chad Ochocinco. They are engaged. I am not mad. Chad is fine as fuck. And from what my husband says, Chad was so cheap during his football years that he still has most of his money. Hallelujah. Okay, well, now we know he head butted Evelyn Lozada back in the day. And that's why we would never husband this nigga. But ultimately, we hope that, like she said, he went through the proper channels to get his life together. But no, she was not worried about him headbutting her because she felt like she probably wasn't going to make him want headbutt her. Either way, she goes back and forth between Miami and Tampa to run her business. Now, her girls feel like she spends most of the time in Miami with Chad, okay? Now, Sherelle has Joanna down here, y'all. Joanna has been sipping from the fountain of youth. I don't know how old Joanna is, but they said Joanna has a 22-year-old son and she just had a grandchild. Right. She's also former military. Thank you. Sherelle is also former military, just so we're clear. Okay. She also retired from the military after serving for 15 years, I believe. Okay. I think that's what I heard too. I forgot about the military part, but she's impressive. Like, that's my point. My point is, at 34 years old, Sherelle is not just beautiful. She's extremely impressive when it comes to how she handles herself and how she's been able to, handle her business throughout her life. Because it's extremely impressive, okay? At the end of the day. So yeah, Joanna girl, sipping from the fountain of youth. It don't even make no sense, okay? But this is what happens when the girls take care of themselves. Joanna, okay, 41. That is a fabulous 41, okay? Yes, Joanna's son is 22. You heard me correctly, okay? Joanna is very self-controlled. Yes, she is. She's uptight, and other girls feel like she micromanages them because she is Sherelle's right hand, even though she hasn't been there as long as like Colony and Rena, who feel like they should have been placed in a higher position in some capacity. You can tell. But Rena, she not too worried about it until Sherelle announced that she was cutting their commission. They went from doing 95-5 to 80-20, meaning they're giving the brokerage back 20% of what they make versus 5. That's a 15% jump in less than 2 years, I believe. So Rena was feeling away. Mind you, Rena is married. I believe Rena has kids. I'm not too sure. Rena has, like I said, been there since the beginning with Sherelle. Colony has also been there since the beginning, but Colony just turned 30 by the time we get to the end of the season. So something makes me feel like because Colony is young, they did not want to put her in the position they put Joanna in. Okay. And everybody seemed to have an issue with the fact that Joanna was, low key in charge of the girls until the end of the season, when, because Sherelle is pregnant and has to go back and forth between Miami and Tampa, she has to be in charge of the girls so that she can take something off her plate. All right. So I mentioned Colony. Hold up. I want to make sure I'm going in order. Okay. So Renee ended up getting her brokerage license and asking for Anne, who was another one of the younger ones, and Colony, if they would be interested in leaving Allure and come with her if she starts her own brokerage firm. Rena, right? Rena with the short hair right here. And it was because Rena felt the way about that, that 80-20 split. And the fact that Sherelle, and this what made me not like Sherelle, was like questions, concerns. And when Rena asked, why are we giving you an extra 15%? And when are you going to stop upping it without talking to us about it? And I'm sure it's because in a lot of situations, when you sign on for a certain amount, that amount stays until you sign a new contract. Or it's in the contract that it's either going to, that it might go up or down, but it's in a contract. You don't just change those things. I don't know if she signed a contract that said their pay was subject to change whenever she decided. But either way, she felt the way, and a lot of the other ladies did, but they didn't want to say anything because those of them who are high earners, like Anne and Colony, they weren't really bothered because they're gonna make their bag anyway. Tennille is another high seller for her, but see, Alexis and Carla slacking. Tennille is good. Joanna is good, obviously. And so is Colony and Anne and Rena. Like, we saw them sell house. I didn't see Anne sell a house, but she had clients. We saw Rena sell a house. We saw Joanna and Sherelle and Carla, I believe, closed on properties or closed on one together. And Colony was constantly meeting with people and closing and all of that type of shit. Colony is beautiful. But Colony is a pick-me, and that's unfortunate. She's beautiful. She's well poised. I mean, every time you see her, it's like I don't even know how to explain it, but I understand why they like to have all of the women there when they do open houses, because they want somebody who is going to be attracted to all of these women to come through in case it takes just that one pretty face to help them sign the deal. Colony is very unprofessional. I don't feel that way. I feel like y'all feel that way because Colony is not opposed to dating clients. But I also feel like, am I supposed to be mad at her? She is single and young. And if she is meeting a lot of rich men and she finds any of them attractive, like she want to fuck them, as long as she's still signing deals and it's not keeping her from signing deals, then I don't see what the problem is, okay? Because I was looking at her and I was looking at some of them men's, like if I was her or the man, I would be trying to make this happen. But yeah, Colony is a pick-me, okay? So Anne, who did not like the situation with the 80-20, decided that she was open to Rena and what Rena had to say. Colony was not. Colony said that she didn't like it, felt like it was fucked up, like she just really was not understanding or liking that Rena was basically trying to poach Anne and Colony from Sherelle. Mind you, she thinks that Sherelle is eventually going to put her in her right hand woman position, but she's already done that with Joanna. So Colony kind of made herself look dumb for being so loyal to Sherelle when Sherelle still views you as just another agent. I like Anne. Anne is young. Anne is the free spirit, but Anne is about her business. Anne speaks French and patois. She speaks Creole, which I loved. Okay, there was a moment where Colony brought her to go and show a house to a man, and the man was from I want to say Sierra Leone, but it's not Sierra Leone. Cameroon. From Cameroon, they speak French in Cameroon, so they were like talking very, very impressive. Okay, Tennille, who I feel like would fuck her clients as well, I don't care what she's talking about, had to point out how she feels like Colony, might be sleeping with folks. And I'm just, dating. Are you bringing them back to your hotel room? You bringing them back to your Airbnb? And I was just, when they did that at the table, I was like, I know you think you're doing something right now, but girl, I'm looking at you like you pointing out that she doing it because you probably doing it too, Tennille. Tennille, you very much give me the vibe that if the right rich old white man tried to fuck you, you will fuck him, regardless to whether you met him at these business events, okay? And the business they're in is not unprofessional, it's networking. That's how I viewed it. Y'all. I really didn't feel like it was that taboo because it's like, well, this is kind of how y'all form relationships anyway. And if everybody can keep it cute, then it is what it is. Because what y'all don't know is that people will be out here fucking anyway, being flawed in the way they're getting down anyway. Okay, all right, call me Betty. You just call me Betty. You better be in Sierra Leone. All right. Okay. Bonjour. Okay. So yes. Colony took the information to Sherelle. Sherelle felt the way about Tennille isn't married. Tennille has a boyfriend, and they asked her how she would feel if he proposed, and Tennille said, I hope he don't. Child, Tennille wants to be free. Okay? She see that man every 2 weeks, and that's good for her. Okay? I promise y'all, Miss Tennille is doing whatever she want to do, but keeping her shit to herself, but can recognize real game, recognize game. And I think she was calling Colony out because Colony is a high seller. Yes, jealousy. She's a very high seller. She's very beautiful. And I think you were low-key hating on her, to be honest. And if Colony finds a man in this situation, y'all, I'm not going to be mad at her. She said I go on a lunch date, which is business. Write it off. I did a lunch date with him, but nothing happened. I might have had a dinner with him, but nothing happened. And even if it did, once again, she's single. I'm not mad at her. You still selling houses, right? You ain't fucking for the money, right? You still selling houses, and you don't have sex with all of your clients. Just every once in a while, you might go on a date here and there if they are young and desirable. I'm not mad at that. Nobody's coming into contact with fine ass black men making millions of dollars. Like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. The fuck? Y'all, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too honest. But if I was Colony, I would damn sure, be on the lookout for who the first husband gonna be, girl. Who the first husband gonna be? Because she the type that's gonna have a few of them. Okay. Single and grown and about her money. Exactly. Ain't hurt nobody. I'm not mad at it. What I did not like was the way she threw Anne under the bus to Sherelle. Oh, Anne, you seem like you were open to it, girl. And if she was, Sherelle is going to feel away because Sherelle wants to control everybody, which at the end of the day, when Sherelle told Rena that she was upset that she didn't tell her that she got her brokerage license because she was out of control, I was like, girl, you don't realize how crazy you sound saying that to somebody? You don't realize that, my girl? You sound crazy telling another grown woman that you're upset with her because, she didn't share her personal business with you because it made you feel out of control. So now you're upset with her. You sound crazy, especially after you told her that she could either deal with that jump that you made in the commission, You know, she could either jump and deal with that. Like, she couldn't, I mean, shit, I'm messing my words up. Y'all know what I mean. Rena felt like, bitch, you didn't talk to us about changing the money we was getting. So why should I be talking to you about going to get my brokerage license? The fuck? I'm sorry. It seemed fair to me. However, I do feel like, you know, Rena, like Ann said, is like a know-it-all, has to be right, a little uptight, but I think she's sweet. And I don't think, you know, it's fucked up for her to have the option to go and do her own thing, because there should be room for everybody at the end of the day. You ain't about to monopolize on selling houses in Tampa, girl. That's just not gonna happen, okay? But moving on from there, Tennille, wild card. And okay, I talked about her insinuating that Colony sleeps with the clients. They got into it. Alexis and her got into it. Alexis called her a bitch. Let's talk about Alexis. Y'all, Alexis is, girl, why you want to sell houses? Is it because you think it's something cute to do? And how many times was she going to tell us that she was an NFL wife? Girl, we got it. We get it. We understand you're married to a football player. We're not retired yet. Okay, girl, we got it. Like, I really feel like, even though it is great to have money and live a wonderful lifestyle and be married to a big fine football player, girl, it's everybody's dream. Okay, got you. But ultimately, it's not impressive anymore. It's not 2002. It's not 2007. It's not even 2010 when Basketball Wives was popping. Like, nobody cares like that. It's great, but you brought it up so much, it makes me feel like that's the only thing you feel that is worth talking about you, is the fact that you married to a football player, and then you got money, married to a football player, got kids, and want to make excuses as to why you're not performing. And then we actually see you go with Tennille so that you can learn from Tennille, and you spend the whole time just repeating everything Tennille says like a fucking parrot, instead of watching her and listening and paying attention to what she's doing, so that when it's time for you to take control of the situation, you can do it. But that's not what you did. So when Tennille went out of town and you spoke with her client and showed him another house, you didn't know none of the information on the house. Didn't even pull it up on your phone to tell him, because you could have done that. She didn't have no phone, nothing. I said, how are you walking around without your phone in your hand? Just walking around. Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's a tree. It's a real old tree. You know, oh, look at the floors. Ain't the floors nice? Okay, and they got like 7 or 8 or 9 bathrooms. Girl, you should know how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms, bitch. That's simple stuff. And then whenever they call you to the carpet about you not performing, you want to come up with all of these excuses and say it's not excuses. It is, bitch. You think just because you pretty that somebody should be letting you skate. Talking about Tennille has you selling houses for her and didn't give you any of the commission. If you had done with Tennille what we saw you do with Tennille, like if you had done that same thing, you don't deserve commission repeating everything that I say. You don't deserve commission just because you came and repeated everything I said like a parrot, instead of learning how she was handling herself so that you could do this the next time. The next time, y'all, she didn't know nothing. It was terrible. That man was just sitting up there like, oh, Lord, somebody come get her. Don't ever send her with me again, because she did not know. Didn't know how much the property taxes were going to be. Nothing. Nothing about the house. So at the end, Sherelle ended up firing her. She got upset. She felt like Sherelle gave up on her. I was like, 2 years. And then you still trying to blame somebody else. You still trying to find somebody else to blame for the fact that you don't know what the fuck is going on. Girl, you look a mess. You look a mess. Okay? You look a mess. And then at the end, Colony threw like the all-white birthday party, which was fly as shit. Beautiful house. Okay, the way the water had went, like it went all the way into like this covered patio area. Girl, y'all gotta watch it for the house porn. Okay, y'all gotta watch the show for the house porn, because the houses are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Instead of 90,000, she said 6,000. Girl, the huge difference. The huge difference. Just say anything. She was in it for the egg content so she could take pictures and look like she has a life outside her husband. Basically, in normal sales roles, you don't get 2 years to build your pipeline. Sherelle obviously likes her. Ooh. And then offered her a place back whenever she was really ready. 2 years of underperforming and she give up on you? Right. Right. Yes, the houses were super amazing. I loved watching it for the properties. But that's all I got for y'all. Hopefully we can me and Jamie can get together and talk about the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8, because I just finished watching them today. But I did want to come to y'all and give y'all like a all around, review of what was going on. Chad was also really happy about the pregnancy, obviously, but she announced the pregnancy to him on the show over the phone on FaceTime. And he was like, I'll do everything. You don't have to do nothing. And I ain't gonna lie, I was just kind of like, girl, ain't that the shit you want to hear from an old fine ass nigga with money? Girl, you better live the dream, bitch. Make sure he marry you though, girl. But yeah, absolutely gonna be looking at land in Tampa, child. I was super excited to see Black women highlighted in luxury real estate. Me too. Me too. I love the homes. Carla, and that's another thing. Carla actually did better too. Carla was sucking at first too, but Carla stepped her game up at some point. I think when Sherelle and Joanna took her to go see one house and she was speaking Spanish to the man, and that worked in her favor, and she really turned it on, and knew what she was doing more so than Alexis. Like I was like, Alexis is just bird. But yeah, y'all, really good show. Y'all should check it out. I really hope they get a second season. I can't wait for y'all review. I cried with her when she found out she was pregnant. Don't nobody want no newborn, girl. Whew. And then when her mom's house burned down too, that shit was crazy. But when you see her mom, when you see Sherelle's mom and her dad, it's like, child, when did them two people like each other? Because that looked like the most mismatched white and black lady and man to ever come together. The homes were amazing. Not only repeating, but over talking to Neil. Yes. Yes. She was over talking her. Like it was competition instead of a learning opportunity. My sons live in Miami. I'm drooling at the homes. Oh, child. They beautiful, ain't they? But anyway, y'all, let me go. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all for coming through. I'm gonna try to get with y'all tomorrow for that special Ooh Ladies First panel, and for my members and my Patreons, we're gonna go back into Portia. So look for that tomorrow, girl. So I can have a few bit more tidbits for the Ooh Ladies First panel. Since we're gonna be talking about Portia and Love and Marriage Huntsville tea. So if there's anything else going on them internets, girl, send it to me in the Discord. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. All right, it's been real. Love y'all.